Along with baseball and apple pie, one of the things that Americans love most is a comeback. This is Chet Huntley on the subject of a comeback that's coming soon.
Plymouth's On the Move is a special report by newsman Chet Huntley on the advent of a big change in America's favorite industry, cars.
The future of the automobile industry is in the low-priced field. Those words were spoken by Walter Chrysler toward the close of the fast-moving, well-heeled 1920s. They led into the announcement that Chrysler Corporation would build a new car called Plymouth, a new car in the low-priced field. In Plymouth's earliest years, the game of low, lower, lowest price had hardly begun. Low, medium, and high-priced cars were fairly easy to understand. And in the low-priced field, Plymouth was a welcome sight. It was a low-priced car, and also a product of Chrysler engineering. In its first 4 whirlwind years, Chrysler had established so solidly the idea that Chrysler meant brilliant new engineering that the two words were almost as closely linked as bell and telephone. Plymouth offered at a low price a package of the best basic developments of Chrysler engineering. Plymouth was much more than low-price transportation. It was a car with energy to spare. It responded nimbly on the road. It was rugged. And promotion-conscious Chrysler Corporation saw to it that people saw and heard, often, everywhere, that Plymouth was Chrysler, and that Chrysler was engineering. The relatively new Chrysler Corporation and the brand new Plymouth car survived the buffeting of the Depression uncommonly well. In the marketplace as well as on the road, Plymouth flashed ahead. Sales grew and continued to grow, taking time out for World War II, then leaping up again in the prosperous heat of post-war car building. Then came the early 50s. Chrysler Corporation's cars, Plymouth among them, were big. They were built with a determination to preserve the comfort and also the height of upholstered chairs. But the trend was headed a different direction, toward lower cars, bullet-shaped cars, aimed more at the eye of the buyer than at his armchair comfort or his love of great machinery. Plymouth was labeled boxy. The years between then and now have reflected continual styling changes calculated to put Plymouth back into its former place in the market. Where they succeeded, notably in 1955 and 1957, Plymouth began to move ahead. But Plymouth's novel changes seemed to fit the public demand only in alternate years. The comeback began more than a year ago. At that time, Chrysler Plymouth General Manager Claire Briggs and the management team that lifted the Chrysler brand into profitable, booming years commenced to do a job on Plymouth. Briggs' notion has continued to be that selling success is not a happy accident, but the inevitable result of the right planning and doing. In the year past, Plymouth has been given a new, fast-moving image of performance. Again, a planned image. At Riverside, California, in the critical hands of the U.S. testing company, Plymouth trounced Ford and Chevy. Led by veteran racer Lee Petty, stock car drivers across the country began proving Plymouth was master of its league. And the effervescent dragsters discovered that Plymouth's 413 engine was the hottest mill on the strip. While the admittedly well-made 62 Plymouths were getting a name for themselves on the tracks, the company has been making them even hotter for 63. But in Detroit, the hottest topic of all is what they'll look like. Those who have seen them, Chrysler people as well as competitors who have managed to sneak a look, are topping each other's predictions for the year ahead. The old conquesting vigor and confidence are already back in the plants and offices. And now, on the eve of a new automotive year, this becomes a safe prediction. Plymouth is on the move.
Plymouth's on the move. Plymouth, Plymouth, Plymouth's on the move. Wow! Plymouth's on the move. Plymouth's on the move now. Plymouth's on the move. Moving, moving. Moving toward a better design. Proving that the best Engineering's turning out a quality line.
Plymouth on the move,
Cutting, stomping,
doing what we gotta get done. Checking every move, double checking.
quality is second to none. People on the move,
Plymouth people,
really in the groove. Yup,
never was a car like this Plymouth.
Plymouth's on the move. Up,